Shield is starting to slip away from Canterbury.
Canterbury have to get inside this 22-metre mark.
Over the top, the kick from Deans, and a little bit of misunderstanding there between Houston and Fraser. And Houston has to hurry his kick. Perhaps Houston thought Fraser was going to call for it. But Fraser, I guess, rightly thought that Houston was going to call for it as the fullback. But it means anyway the line-out's going to take place on the Wellington goal line. The pattern that we've seen, particularly in the second half again, Wellington winning the ball when it matters. And there's a fairly forlorn-looking drop goal, and it didn't miss by much in the finish. It really surprised me. It was a rather casual sort of flick at the ball from McMaster. I mean, he is a fullback, and he's a very good goal kicker and has scored a lot of points in club rugby this season in Christchurch. The ball seemed to just go on and on and on. Nearly cleared the crossbar. Houston with the restart. 26 minutes into the second half of the Shield match. Wellington still ahead by 16 points to 13. One unconverted try apiece in the second half, after Wellington led 12-9 at the break. And one really outstanding feature of this man Sorensen at halfback is this long, sure pass that he has.
Yes, he's played very well behind this pack, but one has to be very impressed with this mauling of this Wellington pack. They've had well-controlled ball and have laid up excellent ball for their backs.
That's the halfway line as Don Hayes pulls in some ball, and there's almost an ironic cheer coming from the crowd as it looks as if Canterbury are going to win a line out at last. Smith for Warwick Taylor, who's had such a quiet day at second 5/8 for Canterbury this afternoon. And the referee was playing advantage there for Canterbury. There was none. Wellington have been penalised, and so Canterbury received the penalty a few metres inside their own half. There's an interesting decision here for Robbie Deans. He's got the wind at his back, and he's going to kick for goal from inside his own half. Now, this is the vast distance the ball must travel from the boot of Robbie Deans before it gets to the goalpost. It's a kick of over 50 metres. Robbie Deans. 2 metres inside his own half and 10 metres in from touch, with the breeze at his back. Again as the flags go up, and Robbie Deans, just like he did against Counties a year ago, has put Canterbury this time on equal footing with Wellington with 12 minutes of the match to go. And those Canterbury voices, which were so muted and so quiet for so much of the second half, are now starting to give full throat to their roar. And the young Deans too, doing his bit for the Canterbury cause, driving Wellington back towards the 22.
Well, Bruce Deans plays around the front of that line out so well. Puts the ball low along the ground and gains valuable yards.
The cheerleaders urging it, Canterbury side on as well in the background as the Canterbury forwards again win precious ball from the line out. Charging towards the Wellington 22. Hobbs. And there's some fire in the bellies of those Canterbury forwards now that has been missing for most of the second half. It's quite remarkable what the one successful kick can do for the spirit and morale of the side.
It's all of a sudden it's lifted the Canterbury team. They've realised that this game is well within their grasp and they're going to have to stick at it for the next 10 minutes.
So the scrum inside the Wellington half. Atkins trying to assert himself in the back. Here goes Don Hayes. And the Canterbury captain surely has sealed the fate for Wellington. He's led by example. They're ahead by 20 points to 16 and 45,000 people are delirious.
Atkins comes off the back into Hayes, who just keeps on going. And he sees and bursts through Hewson. Great try.
Perhaps Hewson may have considered a long drop kick here. Tony?
Definitely look for something, and that's what Wellington are always up to, and Canterbury are well awake to it.
Still pinning their hopes on their forward pack. And hope that they can win the ball here, that can carry play down to the Canterbury try line.
Canterbury forwards are driving much better now. They drove back for that situation and managed to get the ball to the next put-in, and that at this stage of the game is vital.
3.5 minutes of play remaining. Canterbury ahead by 20 points to 16, playing with the breeze of the second half. They trailed by 3 points at half-time. Hewson, he hasn't found touch. It might have been interesting if McMaster could have pulled that one down. He's in centre field. I'm just quite happy to push it across the paddock and guide it into touch. Sorensen. He still hasn't found touch. The ball comes off John Mills. So the line out to take place midway 22 and halfway.
There'll be some very tired forwards out there today in both packs. Both packs have given everything they could, and nothing could be asked more of them.
So Canterbury, quite significantly since that penalty of Deans, have started to win more ball from the line out. More effort coming from these Canterbury forwards, but Wellington still comfortably ahead by 22 to 13. Pollock with the long pass. Oh, nice play from Jamie Salmon as he runs round, but can't quite find Fraser where he wanted him. The whistle has gone for the scrum back from the knock-on from Fraser.
Yes, Wellington had to try something there, and the chance their arm, but with a knock-on, they've now given Canterbury the put-in into the scrum.
Well, by our count, we're into injury time. Maybe 2 minutes of play at the very most. Over the top goes Deans. This is an awkward one for Fraser on his goal, and he took it well. And he's going to run it from his goal line. He's got support from Hewson. Oh, it's a try! Must be knocked forward by Victor Simpson. Well, Hewson saw the big gap just behind Simpson, so went over the top, but the whistle has gone for full time. And so Canterbury have come from behind to retain the Ranfurly Shield in a pulsating, throbbing match. Canterbury have beaten Wellington by 20 points to 16 after they tried this record. Remember that.